Good morning. Hello, hello. Oh. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Natasha. Goedemorgen, Hilde. Good morning, Miranda. Good morning, Winnie. Good morning, Sarina. Good morning, Yvonne. So nice that you're all here. Okay, I think I have everything set up correctly. Finally, I can use the second camera again, which will be very nice. I got a little USB port divider thingy so I can connect more things to my laptop. And it seems to be going well. Good morning, Chris. Yes, Happy New Year, everyone. I hope you've all had a good start to the new year. Right, let me start off with some admin and then I'll get into the chatty stuff. So if I'm very pixelated, you're gonna want to change the quality settings. There's this little settings wheel on the video if you go over it with your mouse, and then it says quality. On my end, I always put it very, very low. So that, no, that's not I always have an extra tab open where I check the live stream. So I'm watching my own live stream and I put it very, very low myself so that hopefully, not much of that internet gets used, so I can put out great quality for you. But you can set it to the highest quality. And if the sound is very choppy as well, you can rewind me for maybe 20-30 seconds, and then hopefully it will sort itself out and be more streamlined. So I hope you are all well. Thank you for being here. I'm very excited today because in just a couple of hours I'll be picking up my mom from the airport. She'll be here just before 1 o'clock. And we live very close to the airport here, so that's really nice. So it's just like a 13-minute drive. I've never lived this close to an airport before. Yeah, everything seems to be running smoothly. But I don't have much room on my desk, so I need to move a few things around. Let's see. Oh no, who's calling me? My boyfriend is calling me. Right, so okay, let's see if I can move my microphone. Many things. Okay. Right. Yes. Okay. There. And this cable can go here. All right. It's frozen. Why is it frozen? Okay. All right. I think it's fine. I'm going to be doing my work in progress list first because I haven't done that yet this month. And work in progress list is one of the few things, or it's not. It's one of the things that has really helped me this year. Right. And I got out a new pen. So it still has a little plastic ball on the end there. Yay! Sound is not good. Oh, wait. Maybe I put it too far away, or maybe I'm mumbling. How's that? Is that better? So I have my work in progress list. If the sound is choppy, you might want to rewind a couple seconds because that's to do with the internet. Hi, Annalena. Happy New Year. So I've got my work in progress lists. This is the one for December, and I'm going to make one for January. So I'm just going to write down all of my works in progress and then note down, this is the little progress meter. And this is one of the things that I found really helpful last year. And because it really motivates me. Oh, Winnie says she had bad sound as well, but then she stopped the stream and started again. That's also a good tip. Let's see if I can zoom in a little bit. Oh, right. Because every month I write down these projects, and again I'm reminded, like, oh right. And you might be thinking, 2 brioche projects? I haven't seen those. Yep. Good morning, Ingrid. Happy New Year. Oh, I'm wondering if any of you have any crafty New Year's resolutions. Anything you want to be making this year? I think I might have asked this last week as well. I know Sarina wants to do more cables. And I forgot if anyone else had crafty resolutions. I know there were a couple, like, I want to finish this project, or I want to do more garments, or... I finished that. Souvenir blanket. My souvenir blanket is probably the oldest work in progress that I have, because I'm just knitting it with souvenir yarn. Yeah. Yeah, I write done instead of the Dutch word klaar. Yeah, I just think done. I mean, if I probably, in Dutch, I would probably write off or something. But done sounds nice. Frankenstein socks, I did that. Advent cow, is that the next one? Okay. 14 whips. That's pretty nice. I'm not noting down my embroidery or sewing works in progress. Don't know if I should. I always just include the knitting and crochet ones, and sometimes sponge needle. There. Okay, so I did that. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna include my embroidery project in there because that'll take me years. So I might include it when it starts, you know, getting somewhere. Okay. Where Would it fit on the page if you included your sewing, etc.? Yes, it would. Because I don't have many. Maybe I should include those. Miranda says, I want to make your cozy moment show. I have the pattern and yarn. Yay! It is a really nice shawl to make, and I feel weird saying that because it's my own pattern, but it is actually really nice. Let's see. I want to put the pattern somewhere where I can see it, but maybe I can do it like this. This is the little box that the embroidery kit came in. You just started a third Son of the Pine? That is such a compliment, Winnie, that you want to make it more than once. Sarina says, I don't know what I will make. So are you thinking of a new cast on? Maybe we can help you decide. If there are some things that you're like, maybe I'll make this, maybe I'll make that. Ivona says, what are you knitting now? I am knitting I don't know if that question was to me or to Serena, but I'll show my advent cowl, because this is the project I've been working on most. I've been using mini skeins. Not all of them are from the advent calendars, but most of them are. These ones are, and this one, and this one, and this one. This one isn't. This one isn't. Yeah, but I thought it was fun to use all of my minis and yarn scraps. And I think about 75% done, because I want to wrap it around twice and then sew the ends together. I already like it so much. And I'm also knitting on a sock with some new sock yarn by Scapius. I actually have the sock yarn here. I'm knitting with a different color. They sent me a couple, so I thought I might as well show you. So it's Arcadia. It's a really nice sock yarn. It's 75% virgin wool, 25% polyamide. It's fingering weight. It's almost 400 meters per 100 grams. It is 396 meters. And they have kind of a few striping colorways, but it's like not all stripes are the same width. So it's very, very playful. So you have some stripes that are narrow, some are wider, and I think that's very nice. And then some are just a solid color, which is also very nice. And this is the steppe. I'm not sure if that's a Dutch word. Steppe. It's like, is it kind of like desert? It's like desert with a few plants. It's colorway 804, and the other one is Erika. which means heather, and I really, really wanted this colorway because, of course, Erika was one of the colorways, color themes that I named one of the Sassenach knitting kits. So Erika means heather, and it is color 901. So, and I'm knitting with a third color, which is called Reef, I think, REEF, and it's a very nice pink, purple, rusty orange color. It's very nice. I'm just knitting a pair of socks, and then I'll show you when I have some more of the sock done. Yeah, Serena, feel free to just type in Dutch. That's totally fine. The Declan hat with cables. I'm just so you know, I also have WhatsApp open on my laptop so I can see if mom messages, and she just said her flight was delayed. Okay. That's not too bad. Sometimes the flight gets delayed and then it still arrives at the right time. Right, so yeah, I don't know the Declan hat. I found one by Samantha Kirby, which is a nice hat with cables, so it might be that one. Oh, it's discontinued? Okay, it might not be that one. About the steppe, yeah. Only grass grows, that's why it's yellow, yeah. So maybe people would call it plains. I don't know. Anyway, I'm just gonna continue with my embroidery. Maybe I should zoom in a bit more. But feel free to just keep chatting. And I'm, because we're looking for a lot of secondhand furniture, I'm basically looking on Facebook Marketplace every day. And yesterday I saw someone who listed a embroidery stand, and I was very intrigued. It looks like a painting easel, but then you can attach your embroidery frame and just, embroider without having to hold the fabric or the frame. But I don't think I'm gonna buy it. Oh, it is from Samantha Kirby. Oh yeah, it looks very nice. On Ravelry it doesn't say how you can get the pattern anymore, but it's very nice that you do. Yvonne says, I got some yarn for Christmas. I'm gonna cast on a sweater number 18. Oh, nice. let's see, I always forget because she only names her sweaters in numbers, so I always forget. I think this is maybe the one with the cables. Sweater number 18. Oh, it's actually with pearl stitches. That's very nice. I hear so much about my favorite things knitwear, but I've never been tempted to knit one of her patterns because, you know, her. I think she could do better with sizing. Her biggest size is a double XL, and yeah, I feel like I should support people who do more sizes, but they are really nice. So not too big for a first cable project. Yeah, a hat is a great project to start, and cables are really, really fun to make. Let's see. Ingrid has a question. In your book Breien met kleur, you're using sheep's metropolis. I can't take sheep's wool. What do you recommend as an alternative? Prefer no acrylic. Alpaca is fine. Okay. Okay. Let's think. Because you definitely don't want to use any cotton. A cotton acrylic mix would have been nice, such as like Skip You Stonewashed or Spirit. But you know, okay, you say no acrylic. Alpaca. You could definitely use alpaca, but I'm just thinking I wouldn't use 100% alpaca because that tends to like really droop. But let's see, Lang Yarns have a sock yarn with alpaca. Alpaca socks. I do know it's a bit thinner. So you want to look for... Sorry, I might just do this in Dutch first. Dus je wilt kijken naar een garen dat ongeveer dezelfde meters heeft. Dus een alpaca garen dat bijvoorbeeld ook 200 meter per 50 gram is of 400 meter per 100 gram. Want je hebt wel veel garens, alpaca met polyamide bijvoorbeeld. Ik zou nogmaals niet voor 100% alpaca gaan. Maar ik weet er zo even geen uit mijn hoofd. So I would recommend to look for a similar yarn to meterage weight. So Scheepjes Metropolis is 200 meters per 50 grams. So you can look for 200 meters per 50 grams or 400 meters per 100 grams. And who knows, there might be some yarns that will work. I mean sensitive wise, because there is a lot of difference in sheep's wool as well. So maybe some hand-dyed yarn will work, because that's usually high quality wool. Yeah, you can easily search on some yarn stores. Like you can check which materials, which fiber content. Let's see, the myelin white. Yeah, that also seems like it's thinner. It's 420 meters per 100 grams. So it's going to be a little thinner. Which, it will change the sizing. Mommetje. Hallo. Sometimes you just have to concentrate so hard with embroidery. Oh, Shachamaya Regia. Yeah. Yeah, those have great options. Yeah, good luck with your search, Ingrid. And I'm sure that if you have a local yarn store that they're happy to help as well. Because, you know, this is a very common question. And I'm sure they will have some alternatives. Hi, Ariadne! Happy New Year! It feels like it's been ages since I joined a live stream. Love the embroidery. If there's some vintage embroidery books. Ooh, can't wait to start with it. Oh yes, that sounds really, really nice. I have some vintage knitting and crochet books, or magazines, I mean, that I got from my grandpa's house earlier this year, and I still haven't had the time to look through it like in detail, but I really want to do that because there were some really just nice and quirky projects in here in it. I just love vintage patterns. Because really, most of them you can just use a more modern color pairing and it can look very different already. Serena asks, can I make a cable hat with magic loop? Yes, of course you can. I usually... Wait, one, two... I usually use the traveling loop, which I'm also using on my advent cowl, so I can show you. This is a great question, actually. Right, because to do magic loop, like to have two loops, one loop on each side, usually my needle is too short for that, so I will show you how to do the one loop. I'll have to knit until the end first. Oops, sorry, I hit the camera. Okay. right. So I'm at the end of my row now, and my needle just falls away. And what I do then, I want to continue knitting here, so I need my needle tip here. So I just pull on the other end until the left needle tip is in the stitches, and then I take both sides together. There are no stitches on my right needle, and I start knitting. And this is sometimes called the single magic loop. It is also sometimes called the traveling loop, because it starts here, and then when you knit the row, it'll be on your left side. So I hope this is helpful, because I can't really show you how to start, you know. For a hat, I would always recommend doing 2 rows, just back and forth, and then joining in the round, because I get less chance of a ladder that way. And yeah, I really enjoy this method for a 80 centimeter cable, you know, for a cowl or a hat. So I hope that's helpful. You find it on Google as well. Yeah, exactly. So the traveling loop, there are lots of videos as well. And it's great for hats. Oh no, I did one too many. Okay. I always think it's difficult when I'm embroidering and I need to calculate, you know, I need to go to a new spot in the embroidery and I need to calculate where exactly it is. Okay. In 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I have some very exciting news. And I think I might have to wait 2 weeks to actually show you, because next week my mom will still be here on Thursday morning. So I might be able to do a live stream Thursday afternoon. but we'll see. Because I am picking up my very first knitting machine this week. I'm so excited. So I've been browsing, secondhand marketplace and other websites for, furniture. We just got bedside tables yesterday, and I still need some chest of drawers for here in my room. I was actually supposed to pick up 2 chests of drawers this week, and then I was at this person's door and they said, "Oh, yeah, I'm keeping them." So it was a complete waste of time. So I was kind of frustrated. But then the same day I went on Facebook Marketplace again, and I found a knitting machine for £30. £30. I mean, it is a bit of a gamble because I hadn't heard of this brand before. It's Bond. James Bond. And I think it's a plastic knitting machine, so plastic needles. But I did a quick Google search, and the machines are thought of as like a really good beginner knitting machine. And so it's like, yeah, even if it's plastic needles, I'm gonna get it. £30 is such a steal. And so I messaged right away, and I got it. And so I'm messaging with this lady, and apparently it's her grandmother's knitting machine. So it's so cute. It's a good find. Yes. I'm really happy with it. So I mean, I still have to see it, but I'm picking it up tomorrow. Watching a live chat doing an Italian cast on at the same time is not a success. No. Doing any kind of, counting or, a different cast on than you're used to. Yeah, I get it. Could you still find spare parts if you'd need them? I don't know, but I found this Facebook group for Bond knitting machines, and I just saw a message or notification that I had been accepted into the group. So I'm sure that if I run into any issues, I can just ask there or, browse the group. I love Facebook groups. There's such a wealth of knowledge in Facebook groups. So yeah, very excited. So I hope, because it says in perfect working order, but you can never really trust that, because what if they just look at the machine and think, oh yeah, all the parts are here, or I don't know. But on the photo, it had the original box, the original like guide, the little booklet. So it seems to be taken care of very well, and that's a good indication. So I'm very excited. Yeah. But it didn't say the type, so I have no idea which gauge the machine is. Because you have fine gauge and wide gauge knitting machines, and the fine gauge is like comparable to if you knit with 2, 3, maybe 4 millimeter. And then the large gauge is comparable to if you knit with like 6+ millimeter. So it might be the large gauge, but that's fine. That is totally fine. I think it would be fun to have a wide gauge machine as well. And I mean, this is the first one that I've seen in Scotland, and it is like 10 minutes away, so it had to be. So I might put some pictures up on my Instagram stories if you want. Yeah, but in the next week I'll just be spending time with my mom. I booked us a afternoon tea on Monday, and I've looked at a couple of nice walks, and I know a couple of nice cafes. And this afternoon we're going thrift shopping because yeah, we still need furniture. I still need a chest of drawers here after the one didn't happen this week. Yeah. Okay, I'm almost out of the green thread, and I'm looking forward to starting with a different color. Hi, Pixie Stitch. Pixie Stitch says, hello Carmen from Prince of Wales Islands, Alaska. Wow. I'm cross-stitching this morning too. Yay! Oh, cross-stitching is so much fun. I think I first really started cross-stitching when I lived in China, and there was this market really close to my university there, and they had just a huge stall of embroidery kits, and it was amazing. And I got this huge embroidery set. I still haven't finished it, so I'll show you one day, because I'm not sure where it is right now. This huge embroidery set of like a Chinese boy and girl, and they were holding a ribbon, and there were flowers everywhere, and it was beautiful. And this lady at the stall, she would prep the embroidery kit. So she would open the kit, and she would take a pen that you can wash out of the fabric later, and then every you know how on the embroidery, on the cross stitch pattern, it has like a grid, and they're like larger boxes of 10 or 5 stitches, and she would line the fabric for me, and I didn't ask her to do that. She just did that for every customer, and it was amazing. And it was, yeah, it was the best. I mean, I was very ambitious to start with such a big embroidery project, but having that extra service of her lining the fabric was really, really helpful, and I still think of her to this day, especially when I'm working on projects like this. Washable grid lines, yeah, because I really could have used that here. What kind of embroidery are you working on this morning? This is my first time working with a different fabric as well. So usually I have the Ada cloth, and it works fine. But now it's just a piece of linen, and some lines are thicker than others, and it's a bit difficult. I've done a lot of counted cross stitch, but lately I've been doing the stamped kits. Oh, what's that? Let me just Google that. Stamped cross stitch kits. Oh, so the colors are already stamped on there. Oh, that seems really, really nice. Oops. Mine is a close-up of a lady's eye with roses and hearts, and I'm adding some metallic gold in for a few colors for some sparkle. Oh wow, that sounds amazing. I love sparkle everything, so adding sparkle to embroidery just sounds amazing. Oh, actually, that reminds me. Does anyone know of an indie dyer who does nice sparkle yarns? Because my sister-in-law is really getting into sock knitting, and I've promised her that once she and she really likes sparkle yarns, and I've promised her that when she finishes her current sock project, that I'll buy her some sparkle yarn. And you know, she started the sock project 3 years ago, and she's close to finishing. So I need to finally find some sparkle yarn for her. So let me know if you know of some nice sparkle sock yarn. I know Dutch Wool Diva has a category, fingering sparkly sock yarn. Oh, okay. I'll look at Dutch Wool Diva. I got some more kits for Christmas, plus the ones I already had, so I'm trying to finish her up before starting a new one. Very, very sensible. And very nice that you got new kits. Oh, that's always so exciting. Hannah from the Corner of Craft. Oh, yeah. Oh, what's her? I forgot her yarn name, but I know Corner of Craft. Hannah Corner Craft. I was just in the shop in Antwerp. Oh, Julia. Yeah, it's a very beautiful shop. She has very beautiful sparkling sock yarn too. That's good to know. I also got a double pointed needle set for Christmas. Hope to get some socks knit this year. Yay! Those are great Christmas presents. I got my mom a new knitting needle kit as well. I mean, knitting needle set. There was one from Knit Pro, and it was actually their Mother's Day set. And it's very retro, very, you know, orange and purple and pink. And it was called The Joy of Knitting. And, you know, orange and pink are really her colors. So I was really happy to get that set for her. Okay, what color should I work with next? Okay, let's get this more filled up. Two, 7, 4, 9. No indie dyer, but Lang Yarns has sparkle yarn. Oh, that's good to know. Was it an interchangeable needle set? Yes, it was. And the new ones by Knit Pro have very nice cables. So, because before I wasn't really a fan of Knit Pro cables, I got the Harmony set and the Knit Pro Zing set, and the cables that they had back then, you know, they how do you say this? They curled a lot, so they weren't very enjoyable to knit with. But the new ones, so I think it's the Zen set. You know, they have these green cables, and also I think all of the new sets, they have really nice cables. You take them out of the package and instantly they're like almost straight. There is no memory to them, which means they don't curl as much. So it's really, really happy with those. What you're working on is looking beautiful. Thank you. Love all the flowers. Yeah, it's really nice. Let me show you a sample of what it's gonna be like. Let's see if that's in view. Yeah, so it's called Coque Sucre. and it's by a French embroidery shop. Sajou, Les Maisons Sajou. And yeah, they have really beautiful embroidery kits. It comes with a label as well, which says created by me, Sajou. And I bought this for myself as a gift a couple years ago, as a treat. I'm just quickly looking at the flight status of my mom's flight. Oh, just doing all of the math. Okay, so it's leaving 12:35. That's Dutch time, and it's arriving 1:14 my time. 1:14. Oh, so that's in exactly 2 hours. Yeah, it's a little bit of a delay, but that's fine. All right. That sounds much nicer than the cables I have, lol. Maybe I'll ask for a newer set when my B-Day rolls around again. Yeah, or you could, you can get the cables just by themselves, and they'll fit onto any Knit Pro needle tips. The outlining of the flowers really works. Yeah, I'm so happy. But sometimes I really have to pay attention, because sometimes, like here with the green, I'll be doing some stitches, and then I'll be doing some lines, and I'll have to really see when it's a line on its own or when it needs to go over a stitch of a different color. Because here, obviously, for these flowers, you need to do the yellow first and then the red. So I need to pay attention to that. Because obviously it doesn't say in which order you need to do it, but good idea. I'll look at the new cables. Yeah. I don't know if they have a specific name, but if you find the green cables from the what's it called? Knit Pro cable 80 centimeter. I'm just putting in 80 centimeter to narrow down the fines. And they still have so many of the old cables. The Mindful collection. That's a good one. The Mindful collection. Yeah. And I'm not sure if they have the ones from my mom's set, if they have that separately. But the Mindful collection, they're like this sea green color. They're really good. Oh boy, I have to see where to start. Yeah, okay. I know the ones you're talking about. I think they're kind of turquoise. Yeah, exactly. Um, they have a kind of mechanism so that they swift. Yeah, they have a swivel attachment, which is great because that means that when you're knitting, the needle tips don't unscrew as often. Or actually, I haven't had that at all with the new cables. So yeah, I'm really, really pleased with the new ones. Really pleased that they did this adjustment because Knit Pro in my mind always had this kind of negative connotation because of the cables. So I'm really pleased that they upgraded that. Because the Chow-Goos are great, but they're just not in everyone's budget. And I like to recommend multiple options. I will say that the join is still not as good. But like from 3.5 millimeter onward, it's fine. Have a great day, Ariadne. See you next time. They have cables with memory. That means they bend. Yeah, so their old cables really used to bend a lot. And you can put them in hot water so they straighten out. But yeah, putting them in hot water also kind of dissolves the glue sometimes. So it's just great that they have upgraded that. I agree, the Knit Pro ones are closer to my budget, and I'm glad to hear they're improving. Yeah, it's really, they've been doing their research. Hot water does not work as a fix to the problem. Yeah, it's a temporary fix for sure. Do you know if they are interchangeable with Helica needles? Oh, I don't know, but oh, I see you've been sewing the edges now. Yes, I did. I was getting worried. I'll have a Google search. Knit Pro cables. Lick. It does say on in a yarn shop that I found compatible with Knit Pro interchangeable needles. So that the Helica cables work with the Knit Pro needles. So then that means they must do the opposite as well. Is that because are the Helica cables nice, or the needle tips are nice? Yeah. Yeah, it seems like they're compatible. I think they have 3 sets now. Oh, you have 3 sets now. When I first started, I got the cheapest resin ones. Then I got the basic metal ones, and I also have a set of cubics. Oh, cubics are really nice. Yeah, I have the Knit Pro Zing. Before that, I had the Knit Pro Symphony, but I shared those with my mom. So she got the Symphony set when I got the Zing set. And then after that, I basically all got Chowgoos. And now I have a couple of the I forgot the set again, the turquoise set. Vinny says, I have a Licky set, but I don't like the cables. Oh, okay. Yeah, so you might get Knit Pro, the new cables, and so you can use the Licky tips again. I love Chowgoo. Yes, Chowgoo has my heart. I love the sharpness of the tips, the cable join. It's perfect. I will say I only have fixed, or not only, but my favorites are the fixed Chowgoo circular needles. I have some interchangeable ones, and the cable is just very, very thin, which I don't like. I would love to try Chowgoo someday. Yay! Yeah, when maybe if the sock knitting this year is a success, I would suggest your first one just being a 2.5mm Chowgoo fixed circular of 80 centimeters, because I always use 80 centimeters. If you're a loose knitter, get a 2.25mm. And then, just get the one needle, because this small size 2.25, 2.5mm is something that Knit Pro doesn't do well yet. So I would always recommend Chowgoo in that case. Hey, Momo! Hello. Yeah. You want to look out the window? Oh, she just wants to come here and moan. Eh? For some yarn, the cables are too smooth. Yeah, Momo, not the carpet. Yeah. I mean, for some yarn, it's really nice to have wooden tips instead of metal ones. Yeah, I get that. I love when your cat talks to you. Yeah, she's very talkative. Hey? Oh. Mom, would you? Yeah. Our neighbor cat has been visiting a lot, and he's like this huge wolf cat. He's a Maine Coon, and he's the sweetest cat ever. He'll look like this huge wolf, and then he'll be like, like the squeakiest meow. And he's super, super sweet, but Momo is like, she's very defensive of her territory. Yeah, Momo-chan. I lost my Zelda in August. Yeah, I'm so sad for you, Ivona. Hey. I started off with Drops Nova tips. They're really nice too. But they don't have a mention of the size on them. Yeah. Then I switched to Knit Pro Zing. Yeah. Wolf by size, kitten by heart. Yeah. Wait. Oops. Oh, that's the wrong one. I thought I'd go get the Knit Pro cable, but it seems to be on a project somewhere. Oh, here it is. Right. So these needle tips are called Explore. I think they have a different word on each of them. These are the 3mm. These are not the swivel cable. I do recommend the swivel cable more, but this cable is still very nice, and I have no idea if my camera has good enough quality to see that, but it has the length printed on it, and for this one it seems like it won't rub off as easily. And on the needles itself, it also says the size, and I've already used this a couple times and it doesn't show any signs of wear yet, so I'm hopeful that this will stay on. So yeah, really like these cables. I'm just refreshing the flight details again. Expected to depart in 5 minutes. Oh! Yeah, and Mom has texted me that she's in the plane. This is so exciting. Can't wait to pick her up. Okay, what do I need to do? I had 2, 2, then 3, 3, and then a 4. One of my current projects is a sweater from vintage 1975 pattern, and I'm using the cubics. Ooh, I love a vintage pattern. I mean, sometimes they can be very unclear. They just say, knit a glove. And the cubics are really nice too. I have one set, and no, I don't, like I have one set of tips. So like I have one size of the cubics. Did you make friends yet? Hope you're not feeling alone too much. No, I'm quite good on my own, but I am meeting someone for coffee, or tea in my case, in 2 weeks. Someone who's also she's a crochet designer. She does a lot of crochet workshops here. So I'm looking forward to meeting her. Because, yeah, it is nice to build a little bit of a community. I do really like my online community, and I have some business friends who I call, like, I have a video chat with them every other week. So that's nice. But yeah, it'll be nice to actually meet someone from around here. I love vintage too. Yeah, they didn't write patterns the same back then. Yeah. Yeah, sometimes I just have to laugh at how non-descriptive vintage patterns were. I have to say though, like everything is going really well here, but I've been a bit stressed about the business and stuff, because I had to close my Dutch business and start a new one here. And just every time I'm so worried that I'm doing something wrong. So because I'm a British business now, and a very small business, so I'm not VAT registered. So that means I'm not charging VAT anymore. So I need to update that on all of my products. And I just hope I did that correctly. I'll need to take my knitting book off my website because yeah, on the knitting book, that's the one thing which of course has VAT because it's a Dutch product. And it's just I tried to get a business bank account here and it has been declined a couple times. God knows why. So yeah, some things have been really stressful, but overall it's really, really good. But yeah, it would be nice to chat to someone who can offer me some advice, or like someone who is in the same boat and we can commiserate and because overall having a business here actually seems to be easier than in the Netherlands. So there's that. Yeah. I guess because needlework was more common, so they just assumed you know how to do it. Well, yeah, exactly. So a lot of those older patterns and a lot of Scandinavian patterns as well. Like some Scandinavian patterns nowadays are still very, very sparse with their explanation, because I guess it's more sorry because I guess it's more common that you know how to do stuff. I watch a guy who cooks recipes from the past, and sometimes they don't say what you have to do. Yeah, exactly. Okay. Oh, and for those of you who are subscribed to my Patreon page, I did record a video yesterday about the new theme for this year. And I'm just going to publish that later today. So keep your eyes on your email inbox because I think this year's theme is really, really fun. I'm very grateful for YouTube as far as learning techniques goes. Yeah. When I learned how to knit at 16, YouTube wasn't a thing yet, so I learned from books checked out at the library. Oh yeah. Imagine, I can imagine that learning from the drawings and stuff wasn't very helpful. I mean, I also learned how to knit from books and from my mom. But yeah, the drawings, like sometimes they didn't even have pictures, so Natasha says, can't wait. Yeah. I hope you're gonna like it. Momo-che. Oh, Momo. Yeah. Come on. Oh, Momo-che. That's it. I can't embroider anymore. She wants to go out now. What is it, Momo? Is the big scary cat at the door? Oh. to find my place again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yay, I finished the color I was working on. Yay, that's fun. I get a break on the metallic thread for the next few colors. 'I always forget that with a dark color, it is so much more difficult to see the stitches on the pattern. One, two, three, 4, 5. Oh, Ines says good morning from Tennessee. Good morning, Ines. I can't believe I caught you live. I love how your embroidery is coming along. Makes me want to finish my cross stitch. Yeah, thank you. Oh, it must be really early in Tennessee right now. I was just thinking I might switch to an embroidery hoop because it's getting a little bit difficult to hold. I'm gonna go check my hoops. Because I have a couple. This is the smallest one. But this is the sturdiest one. It's 5:50 a.m. The kids are going back to school today. Oh. So you must be happy about getting some more time for yourself from today. Let's see if this works. This hoop is so sturdy, I sometimes use it for a punch needle. What people don't do to see you live. Yeah, I hope this can be a very nice way to wake up for you, Inez. Okay, that's good. It's good enough. Oh, why didn't I do this before? This is much more enjoyable. I hope I can finish this part with just this bit of thread left. See, 2, 1, 2. Yes, better than mindless scrolling while having my coffee. Oh, I hear you. I really have to keep myself from just Instagram scrolling in the morning. Yeah, I do it almost every day. It's just, yeah. But yesterday I was watching some YouTube videos in the morning of this girl building her cabin in the woods in Sweden. It's just, you know, it's super idyllic and yeah, very quiet and nice, and even though, you know, in the videos she's working her butt off to build this house. But it's just, yeah, it's nice to do something else than scrolling on my phone. I think I might be able to do it with this piece of thread. And talking about cabins, I think we might be able to start house viewing very soon, which is exciting. Because I'm seeing more and more houses pop up on the market. You know, December is a terrible time to sell your house. So in December there weren't many new listings, but I'm seeing a couple new ones now in January. And next week we're speaking with someone who can give us some advice on mortgage, and so that we know what we will be able to lend. I don't know if lending is the right verb. Maybe lending is only if you are lending someone money and not if you're the one borrowing it. Anyway, I think you know what I mean. Any idea where you would like to go and look? We're keeping our minds open, but we would like to be in driving distance of Inverness. And we'd like to be as much, you know, out in nature as possible. Preferably no neighbors. Just, you know, somewhere out in nature. Okay, I'm done with this color for now. Let's see, I'm doing this leaf here. So I'm gonna fill up the red part now, I think. And for that red, I need, oh gosh, they're so close together. I think it's 2033. Yeah, but we're trying not to be too specific about the location because, you know, we're not going to be able to get a very high mortgage because we're basically starting over here. So they won't trust us with too much, which is fair. I mean, it does kind of suck that we can't show our Dutch mortgage as proof. But, you know, we knew that before we moved here, so that was the risk. So we probably won't be able to borrow too much. So our main criteria will be something that fits in our budget, and that is not in a city or not in the middle of a village or town. Somewhere on the outskirts would be nice. It's toasty time. Yeah, it's 12. It's exactly noon here. Okay, so it must be 1 p.m. in the Netherlands. Let's check the flight. Okay. Oh, okay. So the flight was delayed, but I see the arrival time is getting earlier and earlier. So I think they're just flying a bit faster to make up for the delay. So that means I need to leave in about 45 minutes. Yeah, so I think I'll end the stream in about 10 minutes, just so I have enough time to get everything done. But enjoy your toasty, Vinny. It's a great idea, actually. I might make a toasty as well. One with you. We moved to the country at the end of 2020, and I don't think I'll ever want to live in a development again. So a development is like where they build a lot of new homes at the same time. Yeah, whenever I see just a lot of new build homes, I also think I wouldn't. I mean, I don't think it's a place for me, but at the same time, I really appreciate that they're building new houses. That's hopefully like more affordable for people. I'd rather have a smaller home and more trees around me. Yeah, that's exactly what we think as well. I'm the same way. I would choose more land over a bigger house. Yeah. So I've actually been looking at just plots of land in case we can't get a house, because the Scottish government, they have this loan, the specific loan if you want to build a new home. So it means that if you buy land to build a new home, you can get a bigger loan than, with government help than you would usually get. But I don't think we'll be able to build our own home. I think that's a bit too ambitious. I think I saw a couple too many YouTube videos of people building their own houses, and now I suddenly think I can do that. I don't think I should be doing that. So we're keeping our fingers crossed that we just find a house. And, if we need to do some renovations on the house, I think that is completely fine. But there needs to be something. A development is a neighborhood where pretty much all homes look the same. Oh, yeah. And the HOA, don't know, will tell you how long your grass is allowed to be and what kind of fence you can have and things like that. Oh, God. Okay. That sounds more restrictive than the kind of just new build area I had in mind, but wow. Yeah, we actually, in our rental contract right now, we have a clause about how long our grass should be. But it's winter, so we haven't had to mow the lawn yet. Oh, homeowners association. Oh, okay, thank you. Yeah, I really look forward to not living in a rented space anymore. You know, especially after having our own home for 6 years. It's just a bit weird to move in somewhere and you can't decide by yourself when you want to hang up a lampshade because you're gonna have to drill a hole in the wall. So, yeah. But, you know, having said that, our landlord is really reasonable. He's really nice. Until now. Dun dun dun. No, but I think we're really lucky. This house was listed as a strictly no pets house, but either they didn't say that when I saw it, or I just, you know, misread it. I how do you say that? I just, you know, I emailed them for this house, and he asked a couple of questions about Momo, and then he said, "Oh yeah, no, you know, it's fine," which was very surprising. All right, I am at the end of the edge here, and now I just need to fill this up. And I think I'm gonna need to end the live stream here because I need to get ready to pick up my mom. And I need to eat something. Right. Ugh. Okay. One final check of the flight status. Okay. Yeah, everything's looking fine. All right. Thank you so much, all of you, for being here. If you're watching on the replay, thank you as well. Thank you so much for watching. I don't know yet if I'll have a live stream next week. It might be Thursday afternoon. It might be Friday. No, I have something on Friday morning. I'll let you know. Keep an eye on my Instagram and the Facebook and the newsletter. Yeah, thank you so much. Oh, say hi to your mom for me. I will. Thank you all so much for watching, and I hope you have a great day. I hope you have a great weekend ahead of you, and I hope to see you next time. All right, take care. Bye-bye.